Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We are back for another episode of Outside the Wire, a SEAL Team Rewatch podcast. This week we are on season 1, episode 8, called The Exchange. Jason and the SEAL team have mixed feelings when they are tasked with bringing home an American soldier who was captured after deserting, I think, his post in exchange for detainees in Gitmo. Ooh, sounds interesting, right?
Ripped from the headlines.
I know. This is like a fun aspect. I always love when they like bring in people's they're talking about here. Um, People have mixed feelings about all this, and
Yeah,
I like that we do get to see on this show people's mixed
yeah, both
react. It's not going to
perspectives.
be all like everyone's all 100%, gung
Yeah,
ho military
exactly.
whatever. So
Well, and I like that this was kind of talking about the Bo Bergdahl situation, and then they actually talk about him in there in the episode and how they couldn't control the, storyline around him. And so it's just interesting seeing both sides because Sonny's kind of against it, and Jason's like, we're just doing what we're told. And there's lots of good perspectives in this one.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, I think it's always interesting. I think we always kind of get most characters, we can get their opinion about things, and I feel like Jason, I feel like he's never outright one like sided about the whole thing, like especially if it's op related, he is very mission front
Yes.
side focused. So like that's his thing. He's like, well, it doesn't matter what I think right now because I'm being tasked with whatever to do. So you got to, and you're going to see it in the episode too. He's going to tell people to keep their cool, front side focused, like this is what we're tasked to do. You can't let your personal views, affect things, which I mean, that's kind of true about a lot of things in life. So,
Yep.
um, but yeah, we're here for episode 8. If you haven't watched any of our other episodes, again, we always highly recommend you go catch up.
Yes.
Play us in the background as you watch the episode as a little commentary. And we always love to hear feedback. So let us know how we're doing and what your thoughts are about an episode. But I think without further ado, on 3, we will press play. 1, 2, 3.
Stella.
Oh, what do we got going on in the recap today?
Lots of clay. Is he gonna get on Bravo? I like the backwards hat. Jason looks good in it.
Jason in a backwards hat. What doesn't David Boreanaz make look cool? Like make it look cool, you know?
You really want me to say? We'll see it soon enough.
So it
Excuse
is
me.
March 2014 in Afghanistan.
2014 seems a very long time ago,
It does, doesn't it?
but I guess it's what, almost 11 years.
Feels like a long 11 years.
What were we doing 11 years ago, Jazz?
I might have been, if it was fall, I was probably starting a new job at a new company. So,
Hmm.
so
They're deployed, I guess.
we got some people that are not a part of Bravo. These are some other soldiers out deployed in Afghanistan right now.
Looking for Garner.
Mm-hmm.
Looks very hot and dusty there.
The detail to the base, like set that they use, is just amazing. Like you would never think this was filmed in California.
True. Garner doesn't look very happy, but he's on watch. Uh-oh.
What a cool vantage point from top watching him walk.
He's just gonna leave, I guess.
I wonder, like, what pushes him to just go, peace out. Oh, we're just gonna walk on out.
Mhm. And leave the door open. I guess it shut on its own. Bye, Garner.
So he didn't take his post that he was supposed to.
Back in the weight room. Clay
So,
waiting to find out what team he's on.
so it seems like Clay still has that cockiness going with him.
Does he ever lose that?
True, true.
It's kind of just part of his personality. Have we seen this guy he's talking to before?
I don't think so, but he's talking to him like, we should know who he is.
Yeah. I mean, they're both waiting to see what team they get
I mean, I
drafted
guess I
to.
kind of I kind of forget that there's a bunch of other guys like waiting to hear.
Hmm. I think he wants to go to Bravo.
I mean, I think he knows who the best of the best is, right?
That's right. Charlie team at first pick, so
Oh,
Bravo
I like
gets it
how
now.
We have Bo back here.
Hmm. Not lording it over Bo or anything. Green team graduates. Good old Adam.
One of them even broke a couple of Jason's obstacle course
Stop,
records.
stop. I heard the track was a lot faster this year, okay? We don't.
I like Jason making up excuses for people breaking his records.
hmm. Three top. Sarkeesian, Spencer, McAdams.
Everybody waiting on Jason.
Bo seems shocked they're jumping on Clay. Why do you think really Jason is hesitant?
Well, I feel like on one hand, so they're trying to parallel like Clay to Nate, and then as you see in the series, kind of a little spoiler to Jason a little bit,
Yes,
but like
that's what I think. He reminds him of himself. Even raised in disbelief. What's your problem with him, Jason?
I mean, he had that conversation with Mandy on the plane, right? In another episode saying like, the way he kind of implied was like this kid is going to get himself killed, and the way he kind of looks at him is like he reminds him of himself.
Yeah, agreed.
But I also just feel like he saw Mandy laughing, and you see that look? Mandy's like, all right, back to business.
Sonny's not happy. Capture versus surrender.
This whole situation is so odd.
Nobody
Is
seems
there a
happy with the
problem?
lawyer.
Ugh, I always
And
hate these
making.
outsiders, man.
Well, they
I'm
have all the
sorry.
best ideas.
Prisoner exchange? What does that mean? Okay, Sonny's kind of right though, right? I mean, we're gonna release some terrorists for this guy.
But he is an American military guy,
Very true.
and they've been looking for him for several years.
Supposed to trust the Pakistani ISI now?
The spooks are even shadier than ours.
Right.
No offense.
Brass decided that
Nobody wants to trust the Pakistanis.
No offense, Mandy.
That little look.
I always loved the dynamic of Ray and Mandy a little bit. Like, they were the wranglers of Jason.
Yeah. And he was a Jandy fan at the end.
Oh, yes, he was. Oh, I just love Jandy in the briefing room. The way they just,
Yes,
Dave
bounce
and
off each
Jessica
other.
just played off each other so well.
And notice they're both standing there with their arms folded, exactly the same.
I never get over the view shots, like someone saying, like, it's so fun to watch how fast this flows.
And Blackburn's coming in with like the dad going, okay, we're just gonna get in
Papa
there and get the mission done.
Papa Blackburn. Ah, so cool. The chopper, the Hilo blades. Do we get a model in this episode?
Probably not. They're going into the tribals.
I always did like Mandy's outfits, though. It wasn't camo.
Yeah, very businesslike, professional, but still a little feminine.
I always love how, like, Jason's so chill with his, feet up on the table and...
Uh-oh, lawyer's got a phone call.
Lawyer getting a phone call probably isn't a good thing, right?
Right. Sunny's another way to go. Senior Taliban. Pretty high-ranking Taliban people are exchanging.
I love that look we get on Jason. Oh my.
And the thumbs up on Jason.
Up!
Your safety is our top priority, and you have the secretary's full support. Can't leave the base.
You know what happens when you try to contain Bravo?
See, they have mentioned the Bergdahl swap right there, which is so interesting because this is taken from that, I think, an inspiration for this episode. Don't shoot the messenger.
Poor Blackburn.
You don't have to like it.
This
Davis
is kind of
to the
funny.
rescue.
Wait, doesn't she have to stay too? Or
Apparently not. Just the operators, I guess.
This is totally not car like advertising here or anything for GMC.
Not at all. Does look like a nice car though. We don't really see Lisa in casual clothes very often either. She looks good.
No, we don't.
It's a good color on her. Does Sunny care?
Spicy. This is all for spicy chicken?
Yes,
oh my God.
Well, they're hungry. Get in the apartment.
What is happening?
The relationship is moving very quickly.
How much foreshadowing is that?
True. Oh, David Boreanaz is a producer on this? Is this the first episode he was a producer on?
Possibly. I know he's always been, for the most part, a producer, and then about a season in later, he was executive producer. And I know he was like the same way on Bones too. At one point, he was producer and executive producer on there as well.
Guess I just never noticed when he became producer.
Yeah.
Oh, they're back with the spicy chicken.
How did they get back? She brought him back?
I guess so. She's in her camouflage now.
I'm
Sunny's so
with Sunny.
suspicious.
I'm with Sunny.
Gonna get ambushed. Is he trying to foreshadow?
Again, it's so fun to listen to these guys talk about either the guys they've gone after, or they know all the stories and all the players in the game.
Yeah. Prisoners have touched down. Do you think they have toothbrushes there to brush their teeth after spicy chicken?
I would think so. It's their cages and they have like their go bags and everything in there. I would think they should have a toothbrush.
At least a mint.
Oh, the music here, everyone watching these prisoners come on.
Hmm.
I don't know if
Gotta
it was a good idea to put these guys on the plane.
Well, what else would they do with them, though?
I don't know, maybe fly them directly to where they need to be?
Well, at least they're with special operators. And they're shackled. They can't do anything. Blindfolded.
Oh, Sunny.
Sunny. Davis sees how upset he truly is about everything.
I think Sunny had like Jason has a very big moral of like honor, but I feel like Sunny really goes gung ho on the honor and like loyalty.
Well, I think Sunny feels things a lot deeper than he tries to let show. Got a spitter. Ew.
I think it's interesting we watched Mandy just stare.
Yeah. Talking to the older guy.
Ooh, Jason. I always love when we get a little glimpse, I think, of his dark side.
Yeah, confronting the Taliban leader.
I mean, look at that look in his eyes.
But he's still being civil. I mean, tell him his name. Wants to make it easy. Wants the spitter controlled.
How did we get that job?
Yeah. Ew, I don't want to spit on anyone. Uh-oh. He was going to spit right then.
I think it's really interesting to see too how Jason handles like, like we always think about like, Mandy interrogating guys. But like Jason definitely has like a way of figuring out and interrogating. Ooh, what are we finding out about Sunny now though?
His friend Danny got blown up looking for Garner before.
Danny is a character we're going to be seeing a little bit more of soon too.
Yeah. Sonny better focus or he'll lose his dream job. Playing
How do
Stella,
they
moving
make
in.
moving a couch look so easy? That I've never moved a couch that easily. I'm just saying.
Maybe it's like a super light, cheap couch.
Maybe.
Maybe it's more like a futon. Let's get back to the action. Oh, Stella.
What?
She wants him to comment on her
Is
super
it
cute
is
top.
it terrible? I just want to like fast forward through this for a moment.
Well, I'm trying to see how this fits in with the theme of the episode. So just what do you think the theme of the episode is?
So,
Respect,
well,
enemies.
so we're going after a guy that abandoned his post. We're giving up some bad guys to get that guy. Like, I don't know, what do you call that post?
Hmm. Maybe they're just trying to show home life that they all kind of live in the same building and know each other.
So we got another military couple.
Notice the wounds on his hands. So he's going to help Clay move in, I guess.
She noticed that Stella was looking at his scars.
Maybe they're trying to foreshadow how, the whole military home life starts and how difficult it is. I don't know. A different military
Well,
family.
I think this is the beginning of the story with Stella really real because we're waiting to see what the outcome of Clay will be and where he's going to be placed. And so when that happens, like things become really real, right? When you get into tier 1. And I think, this is the beginning of her realizing just what it's like being with a operator.
Such foreshadowing, though, when she's talking about his injury and how he just wanted to get back in the fight and get back to his brothers. And of course, we all know later on that happens to Clay. Back
Yay,
to the
we're back.
action. Hi, couch.
Sorry, Clay and Stella, but I mean,
Afghanistan is so much more interesting. Talking about the draft.
talking about the draft.
Sonny sounds like he's for Clay. He was worried.
Old Milwaukee.
Do you think none of the other prisoners speak English?
Well, we know that one did.
Right, right.
I mean, they've got to know some English, right? I mean, if you're trying to go after Americans.
They're speaking pretty freely in front of them. That's why I was thinking of it.
That is true. I don't know how much.
Ray makes a good point there. If Clay is going to make him and Jason butt heads, it'll affect the way the team operates. So maybe that's not a good thing. So it's a good point there.
I have an opinion on that as we watch the season. I always love episodes where we put Jason with some sort of leader.
Yeah, a foreign commander.
Yeah, even whether they're good or bad.
Right, right. And it's interesting hearing their story too, because it makes them more human. It's not just enemy. Like they have a story. Oh boy.
I love this like blunt conversation.
Going to the fig tree.
But like think about it. So this guy, if he was a part of the war, can he really get out?
Well, if he was an intelligence commander of the Taliban, probably not.
Which could be a parallel to Jason, right? Can he get out of the war?
Yeah. And he did tell him that if he sees you next week, I'm going to kill you. And so he was honest. Jason took it well.
Is this plaid acceptable?
Well, it is because it matches the t-shirt, you see. He's got a white plain t-shirt with the plaid. It's when it clashes that it doesn't look good. Going to Pakistan. Man, he's just watching. Mandy
Ooh, what
has bad
memories?
memories. Hmm.
I've always been curious about Mandy being a female in this field, like seeing what were the effects of it all.
Well, and she does admit to interrogating Taliban detainees, and it was rough. So she's had a rough time of it. Something's going wrong with Overwatch.
Oh my God. We're
What?
losing Overwatch, and now the lawyer's speaking.
Just fly under the clouds.
Oh my God, dude. Do you think that is not going through our minds?
Yeah. Wonder,
We've lost Overwatch, you guys.
we should do a
Check it
montage.
off.
Do a montage
Wishing.
sometime of no. We've lost Overwatch.
Oh my
Lost Overwatch.
God. Oh my, I need to start writing down the like minute marks of when we were told we lost Overwatch.
Uh-oh. Checkpoint.
Boss man.
They're gonna cut the prisoners loose. Well, that doesn't sound good.
Taking a chance here, cutting them loose.
I'll say, especially now that they're back in Pakistan. Mhm. I think they do. They've got to picked up English somewhere. Oh, getting out. Everybody's armed.
Backwards hat.
Yeah. And they're not wearing very much body armor or anything.
I was just gonna say they're pretty light.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Got the old guy with the gun. She
Mandy
didn't
is
even
on
have to
top.
look it up. She just knew it was General Khan. You notice that?
That yeah.
Mandy saved him.
Oh my God, what?
Hmm.
It just really again, everyone knows culture and ways and like just gambling with it all right there. Shows
Yeah.
you how much experience these guys all have.
Yeah. He knows human nature.
Jason just has a way of negotiating, man. Can I borrow Jason for like my review at work to like negotiate some pay and stuff or
Yeah.
something?
Hey, they got through the checkpoint though. Putting on the sunnies.
Uh-oh. We got a prisoner not feeling too well.
Well, that guy hit him with the gun barrel. Oh, and it's old guy too. Not good. Don't want to hand over a dead
I
prisoner.
mean, we lost Overwatch. It was just going to go. Once you lose Overwatch, it's going to go downhill from there, you guys. Like, it's going to get worse. Don't worry.
I wonder how much medical training they really get.
The amount of times we see the medical training in the show is pretty awesome.
True.
And again, it just goes to show, like, I think it's pretty insane how much, like, skill set and things these guys all know, right? And they work as a team and I I just never get over, I guess, how much these guys have in their mind.
Sonny wants to maybe just let him go. And Jason's like, just be quiet and do your job.
And he's probably got in the back of his mind what Lisa told him.
True. He was just throwing those wrappers though. Was he really littering? Tally's already left.
Oh,
Bad news. You know how Jason hates a scrub mission.
look at the lawyer guy. He's just like, no, they have to meet, even
Yeah,
though the new location is
so dangerous.
like,
Bad comms.
Hard for me to see a safe way to do it.
They're paid to kick down doors, not ask questions, right?
oh my
Oh,
god,
they're
another.
paid.
Oh, first we had that Ambassador Crowley say they're paid for this, and this dude says it too.
Yeah, you can't pay these people enough to put their lives on the line.
That really just ignites a fire in me, man.
Jason's working the problem already, though. Gonna get their own Overwatch.
Oh, we got a little Shays talk.
Gonna confront him.
He knows it was Davis that told Jason. I
Look
like
like,
the way Dave just
yeah,
grabs the
grabs him.
glasses and like,
And he's holding on to his neck, too, like the touch. Like, I care about you. Let's get this done.
I'm telling you, Shays is my bromance in this show.
Hmm.
I don't know what it is about these two, but they communicate so well. And Sunny has a really deep, like, respect and loyalty for Jason. And honestly, we never really quite find out why. But
Well, and Sonny can call Jason on his crap, too, just like Jason does to Sonny. It's very, connected, very
I think it's
close.
a very balanced,
Yeah.
like, brotherhood friendship there.
Yep. Going to the new location. Dangerous.
Those cliffs just make my skin crawl. Like, I'm not a huge fan of like driving any like in the mountainous areas anyways.
I like how the music is like a sped up heartbeat too. Like your pulse is going along with the music.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Ray is set up.
When did we stop and set up?
Maybe they just jumped out the back or something.
The amount of dust these guys probably had to like breathe in. Oh my god.
Yeah, for real. I don't see anything yet.
Oh, this is like giving you chills.
Yeah. Ray thinks they're watching. Especially with them being in the valley, they don't have a good position
So
at all.
if they're watching, do they know where Ray and Sunny are?
Not if they dropped them off far enough away.
True.
You saved my life.
No need to thank me.
Not thanking you. Just trying to understand.
You saved my life. I'm not thanking you. You can't understand why.
I think it's really interesting. In the car, we had a conversation. Jason, I don't believe, had sunglasses on, and now he does. So you can't see his eyes as he talks to this guy.
Well, it's all mission focused. You die, the mission fails, so saved you.
We got movement.
I'm still surprised they don't have more body armor on, but here we go.
I guess they can't look like they're officially here on a military op per se, right? If you're in your full on like gear looking thing, because didn't we leave
True.
like the Pakistani out of it or something too?
Oh, yeah, that's true. We did. 15 males, all armed. Oh, here
Just
comes
15 versus, the six of
5.
them or five, whatever.
Oh, Garner's not looking too good these days. Hmm.
just never get over the score, man, of this music.
I know, right? Nobody looks very happy. Uh-oh, more people on the ridge. And they don't see Sonny and Ray, like you're saying?
You know, one thing I'm just thinking about right now, what if like that checkpoint was done on purpose to move this meat?
True. Probably could have been. What's Jason gonna do?
Well, I'm sure he's got the face of working the problem on, right?
Right. What is the plan? They're still looking at the guys on the ridge.
See, and the bad guys know they got them.
I tell you what, Ray. This goes sideways. There is one person in this valley that ain't coming out alive.
Oh,
Oh
Sonny.
man, Sonny.
Sonny wants to make sure the traitor doesn't make it out. Yeah.
And Ray and Jason trying to keep Sonny on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
I do love that they have Sonny though come straight out and say his point of view. I mean, he's like, I'm not gonna, let that guy live if this goes sideways,
Right. Starting the exchange. The tension's ratcheting up.
So this Gardner guy left his post and then he went to go be with the enemy or asked to be taken. Like, I guess I'm very confused to how he got into be a
Well, it was
prisoner.
kind of muddy. I thought that some people said he was taken prisoner, other people said he went to them.
Right.
It didn't send the American prisoner, so now what?
Oh my God.
Ooh. More people.
Too many. That's how many?
32.
32? Divide by 5. That means each of them get at least 5 or 6 guys to take out. Easy peasy. These guys got it.
Don't do it, Sonny. Everyone gives Jason their thoughts anyway.
Is everyone's heart beating really fast right now?
Jason and Sonny, Sonny and Ray want to start opening up. Jason's hold.
Jason, for being a guy that we see who tends to maybe be impatient, has a lot of patience here.
They're starting across with Garner. Ooh.
Oh my God, is he gonna make it? Gonna make it? Gonna make it?
32 guns on him. Don't do it,
the
Sonny.
constant back and forth of their views.
Yeah. Checking him for bombs, I guess. The old guy helped him.
We got him. Exfil.
Guess he hasn't shaved since he
Get
became
one
prisoner.
last stare off for Jason and the other guy.
A little nod. He's not turning his back really fast. Exfil.
Well, that was pretty peaceful,
It
right?
worked out. Yeah. I'm glad Ray and Sonny didn't open up fire.
Yeah, they definitely owed They definitely deserve these beers.
How can you trust a mirror?
See, Ray is even amazed at Jason's way of connecting.
I'm telling you, if I had to choose between a guy I understand and a guy I like, definitely going with a guy I understand.
A
And that's
guy
an
I
interesting insight.
understand.
It's between a guy I understand and a guy I like. I'll go with the guy I understand. So do you not like Clay or understand Clay?
Full circle. So what is the theme here? Is that what the theme of this?
Not
Isn't that
understanding.
isn't that kind of that theme of like, he says I'd go with the guy I understand, not the guy I like. Isn't that kind of parallel to maybe what's going to be happening between Stella and Clay coming up? And that's why we get like the home. Like I was saying, she's going to start understanding what
Right,
being with the
right.
team guy is.
True. Sonny's going over to the prisoner. Only dehydrated? That's not too bad.
I guess the Taliban knew to feed him.
Everybody's watching this exchange. A friendly
I don't know
face.
if Sonny's a friendly face.
Low bar for friendliness. 1,355 days.
Do we believe this guy?
So that's like over 4 years, right?
Yeah, 2014. I think so.
And I think Sonny.
It's my job.
Which Jason told him, do your job. So he took that to heart. Her little sheep herder watching over
Oh,
everyone.
Jason's all proud of him. I
Yeah.
love Shays.
Cheers for everyone.
Okay, we're back in Clay's place.
It's
too quiet. There's no music.
Right? And after all the excitement of Pakistan.
And after such a moment of like even watching Sonny.
The Brotherhood.
We're already keying people.
Wow.
I am so confused on this SEAL team's timeline, you guys. Like,
she can use this place as a writer's retreat. How romantic.
Let's just think about this. All the apartments on this show are all kind of, kind of crappy, to say the least.
I wonder how accurate that is for military people.
That is very true. But I guess if you're constantly leaving, do you really need a nice place?
Exactly.
Take the Jason Hayes approach, right? It's just a place where I lay my head.
Yep. I'm here for you, not your job. Oh, we'll see how all that works out.
Yeah, I feel like that. There's a lot to be learned in that. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
They're kind of living in this bubble that's about to kind of break.
Yeah.
So like I said, if he gets chosen for tier 1, it's a whole nother ball game that happens.
True.
Got Sonny in the Cage's room.
Making a call. Little spurs on the cage?
I think so. I think his cage, probably.
Yeah, being from Texas.
Granted, I don't know why his cage is unlocked unless he's been in the cage room a while.
Calling Danny.
I do like the storyline they bring in about Danny.
Wonder if he can tell Danny that he was on the mission that got garner back finally, but probably
I
not.
feel like he probably can't tell him, but
Yeah,
you've got to think
the
word
news
gets
would
out
pick it up.
somehow. Someone somewhere is going to be like, yeah, Sonny was on that op,
Yeah, maybe around the
And you
team.
can see, like, I think I feel like he's going through quite the ray of emotions here.
Yeah, look how affected he is by that. Oh, Clay. Bravo. Bring
Bring
beer.
good beer.
You got it, boss.
I always love this walk of
Yeah,
Jason's.
the swagger.
Ooh, yeah, I'm only here for the swagger scene.
Yeah, and both
So,
him and Clay had the same smile too, a little smile.
so Clay has gotten picked to be with Bravo, you guys. So we got our sixth man on Bravo team,
Yeah.
and he better bring good beer. So
Or
none of
else.
that, none of that flavored crap. Apparently, that
All the
Jason was
kids are
meant. Yeah, all
drinking.
the kids are drinking. So, but yeah, so that was episode 8, and we got, of course, our usual like action packed filled of stuff, and looks like Bravo team's going to be evolving, and we're now going to really truly see. I mean, I think
The team is
anyone.
formed.
The team has really been formed now. We're going to see how it all meshes moving forward, and
What? It'll be so great. No
I
one's gonna
know,
be,
right? Who's gonna
egotistical.
bond with Clay more? Is Clay gonna be able to keep up with the guys and earn his spot in a way? I mean, you got your spot, you earned to get onto the team, but you're gonna have to keep earning your spot and keep it. So
I'm just
um,
seeing how Jason's gonna react to him as well.
yeah, is he gonna take him under his wing? Is he gonna be really really hard on him? I mean, how's the balancing act going to be and all that stuff? I think it's pretty interesting moving forward now how it's all going to play out. So, I mean,
Yep.
I guess when I was first watching this show, I didn't really know anything about like the details of who's regular, who's not. I mean, if you knew that Max was a regular, you knew that like in some shape or form they were probably going to be aiming to get him onto Bravo team as number 6. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but I mean, so like, did we settle on what the theme was here? Was it the whole like
Understanding versus
understanding?
like.
Yeah, understand
Or
versus like.
what was the title of the episode?
The title of the episode was The Exchange.
So maybe they're exchanging understanding for liking, liking for understanding.
Could be.
Maybe
Could
there was
be.
no theme and the writers were just trying to,
Yeah,
mess us up.
probably. But yeah, episode 8.
It was a
From
good one. It
here
was a
on out,
solid
yeah,
episode.
it's definitely a solid episode. I think we have. So the first season's like 22 episodes, I believe. So we probably have about 3, 4 more episodes of kind of what I like to say this style of doing
Yeah, the
you know,
standalones.
the standalones and stuff where, I mean, there are some underlying like storylines going on, but we're not really in a like, oh, you have like, there's a huge arc that like you
Right,
have to
right.
watch everything into it. So like right now, it's kind of like, you could pick it up and get into it. And the second half of the story definitely has a
Yeah,
much bigger arc and a
which is awesome.
different aspect of the job as well that comes in. So I was just like watching some of the old videos of that of like I think they probably did like a mid-season break before they did the
Yeah,
next half.
yeah.
So I was like playing around looking at footage and stuff like that. So,
Well, they had to
but
suck you in with the standalone so you could
I
watch every
know.
week and not be confused. Then they go into the arc
Yeah, definitely.
storytelling.
Yeah, once we get into the second half of the season, we definitely get into a lot more of the arc storytelling and stuff. Because I think by then too, we just got Clay onto the team, and so we have to kind of like go through the whole him being on a team. And I think by second half, you really get a sense of the team, and we've gone
Yeah.
through different. There's definitely some different episodes that shine on different characters, and you get to learn a little bit about them and.
And how
it's a
they're all
fun
fitting
ride.
together.
Right, yeah. And then, of course, after season 1, we definitely start having much more like, 2, 3 episode arcs and all that stuff,
Right, right.
through season 2 and 3. And I guess 4, maybe we got a little bit longer of arcs or maybe themes of things. So,
So
yeah,
we're
it's
over a
it's a
quarter of the
fun
way,
role.
right?
I know. Yeah, episode 8 of 22. Yeah, we're about a quarter.
Yeah.
Wow, we're already a quarter of the way. Well, I like our every other week, give people a chance to like absorb an episode, gives us a chance
Yes.
to absorb an episode, and time for me to edit too. So,
Yes, and you do such a
um,
good job.
oh, thank you. Yeah, I try. It is a lot of fun editing because I get to rewatch the episode and go look for all the stills and funny moments and like in the moment be like, "Oh, I thought of this or I thought of that," or like maybe I could see if I can incorporate this in. So,
There
yeah, I'm
weren't a
like,
ton of funny moments in this one, but there were some good Shays
no.
moments.
Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to think now. Outside of like the little quip Jason gives after telling Clay he's on the team and a
The
little bit of,
spitter.
yeah, the spitter. We had a
I don't know
lot
that
more like,
what can you do with a spitter in editing though?
who would have ever thought? You think that guy thought like that's the question he's gonna get asked, and then
What was that who he was in the credits? The guy who spits?
we should go
The
look that
spitter.
up.
I guess you could put like a little camel spit.
I guess so. Maybe, yeah. I mean, very interesting and
Hmm.
fun. So, but yeah, we hope that you guys enjoyed episode 8 as usual. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, all those good things for us and spread the word.
Yes.
Um
Thank you for
I don't,
tuning in every
yeah,
time
thank
it's
you.
on.
I know we definitely appreciate it, and we like doing it. This is, right now it's a busy time at work for me as we film this, record this episode. So for me, it's like my little hour to hour and a half of escaping from work and coming over here to watch something I love so much. So,
SEAL
but
Team's always a good escape,
it definitely is. It
even
takes
when
you.
it was on.
I feel like it's a show that brings you back to reality a little bit of like, you're
Yeah.
like today, might have been a really bad day or whatever like that. And I think in one of the prior episodes I had said, when we were talking about the helmet Jason wears and David was talking about, every time you have a bad day, I put this helmet on and I realized that like, my bad day is like nothing compared
Right.
to everything
Right.
else that goes on here. So that's the way like SEAL Team kind of does. It reminds you that like, hey, be
Yeah, we're
grateful for what
lucky.
you have. We are pretty lucky to live the lives that we live, and the things that people are doing behind the scenes for us that we don't even know about. So
Exactly.
perspective. But yes, thank you again. We hope to see you next time. Until then, bye.
Bye.